We interrupt our normal programming to bring you some rather unfortunate news. It is with a deep sorrow and a heavy heart that we announce to you of the passing of a former First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. The former First Lady passed away this morning at the Ridge Hospital here in Accra, according to sources close to the family and close to the hospital. An unfortunate situation and one that brings deep grief and deep sorrow to all of us. To join me, of course, have a brief conversation regarding the passing of Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings is our head of current affairs production here at Channel 1 Television, Fred Tete Jabano. Fred, it's quite a difficult time, especially for the family, the children, if you like.
Yes, a very difficult time. I mean, it's not easy to lose a loved one, someone you've been with, someone who's nurtured you, someone you've stayed all these years as a child to adulthood. It will be a quite difficult moment for the Rawlingses. The Rawlingses being from Zanato to their last child, which is Kimathi Rawlings. This would be a very difficult moment. In as much as it's a difficult moment, and I'm sure that they would also remember their mom for the role she's played in the history of this country, especially from the Fourth Republic and even before the Fourth Republic. Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings is one person you can say is the standard of who we measure to be a first lady in this country. For most of us who had grown up from the beginning of the Fourth Republic, anytime you talk about the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana and you want to compare, the measure up there was Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. Who was Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings? Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings is from the Ashanti descent. She's from Kumasi, her dad from Kumasi, her mom from Kumasi and Achim. She was born in Cape Coast to her parents who were then working in the central region. They moved from the central region to different parts of Ghana. She started her education in Nkoko, then to Accra, where she went to preparatory school somewhere around the Osu Cemetery, then moved to GIS. After GIS, she then went to the Achimota School, where she spent a number of years, her formative years, in Achimota School. In Achimota School, she was engaged in so many things, sports, music, debates, everything. She was there. Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings moved from Achimota School to the KNUST, where she did her tertiary education. After tertiary education, she then went into the work life, public service, work life, then got married to Jerry John Rawlings. Jerry John Rawlings, who later became the president of the Republic of Ghana. First came in as a military leader, then became president in the Fourth Republic. Konadu, during the time, was the pillar, you could say, behind the man Jerry John Rawlings. People talk about Jerry John Rawlings, talk about a lot of the things Jerry John Rawlings had done in this country, the kind of impact he had made in this country. But when you talk to people who are close to Jerry John Rawlings, you talk to people who are close to the Rawlingses and close to the NDC, the PNDC, the AFRC, they tell you that Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings was the pillar behind the man Jerry John Rawlings. Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings is also said to be the one behind the intellectual group which formed the PNDC.
Right.
So it's through her where people like P.V. Obeng and the Ahoys, the senior Ahoy, Ahoys, were introduced to her husband at the time, Jerry John Rawlings, and they helped to form that intellectual part of the NDC outside the military. Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings, again, started the 31st December
Women's
movement
movement. Yeah.
in 1982. That movement has affected and helped so many people in this country. When you talk about Nana Konadu, there's one thing nobody forgets about the fact that she is one of the first women advocates in this country. When she took over as First Lady from the 1980s, set up the 31st December Women's Movement, went into every part of this country, building schools, building nursery schools, encouraging women to start businesses, was pushing.
Citizen TV, Accra, Ghana. Citizen TV, the citizen's power.